winter. Outside, the weather is growing cold. Water is freezing in the ponds and lakes. Animals are sheltering to escape from the bitter winds.
But somewhere at school, not so very different to this one, all the children are getting very excited about Christmas. Their heads are full of dreams about presents from Father Christmas.
We've waited for so long, it seems, it feels like years and years. It's cold outside, but we don't care, 'cause Christmas time is here. We've heard them say that Santa's on his way. We hope and pray there are lots of presents on his sleigh. The shops are full of games and toys, there's magic in the air. It's cold outside, but we don't care, 'cause Christmas time is here. We've heard them say that Santa's on his way. We hope and pray there are lots of presents on his sleigh. We try to stay awake to see the reindeer all appear. It's cold outside, but we don't care, 'cause Christmas time is here. We've heard them say that Santa's on his way. We hope and pray there are lots of presents on his sleigh.
The children are excited and were making lists of the gifts that they wanted to receive.
So excited that they completely forgot to decorate the Christmas tree that stood neglected in the corner of the school hall. Mr. Potts, the school caretaker, felt sorry for the tree that was very unnoticed.
I know. I'll decorate the tree myself. I'll create a set of baubles that will remind the whole school of the real story of Christmas.
So that night, Mr. Potts worked late with his workshop, painting and decorating the bauble for the school's Christmas tree.
I'll work with all my might, even if it takes all night, and I'll get this bauble finished for our Christmas tree. He'll work with all his might, even if it takes all night, and he'll get this bauble finished for our Christmas tree.
In the morning, Mr. Potts felt very tired, but he made sure that he was at school long before any of the children had arrived.
I'll hang the bauble up so everyone can see it when they come to school.
The first child to arrive was a little boy called Archie. He noticed the bauble straight away and stood looking at it.
Soon the other children stopped to see what Archie was staring at.
What a beautiful bauble. I wonder who put it there.
Look, there's a picture on it. It looks like a lot of people wanted it passing by.
That's not very Christmassy.
I wonder what it's supposed to be.
Ah, yes. I think this is a picture of a town called Nazareth. More than 2,000 years ago, the Roman Empire decided to hold a census. So he sent out orders that all the people should travel back to their place of birth.
What, all of them?
Yes, everyone had to go, and some of them had very long journeys indeed.
Come on, we've got to get going.
Do you really have to go? Surely they won't notice if we stay.
No, the Emperor said that we must go, so go we must.
But do we really have to stay with your mother? Can't we find a nice inn or something?
We'll look it out anywhere to stay at all. Everywhere is going to be packed.
I know. Have you seen outside? Lots of people have left already.
Better check that we've got everything and let's get on the road.
We better get a move on, dear. Come on. All around this town, this place is jumping. Everybody's packing up their things. All around this town, this place is jumping. Something really big is happening. And the queen has come from Caesar, and you must travel home. If you enter the castle Caesar and find yourself in Rome. We're all getting ready for our journey. Everybody's packing up their things.
All that day the children got on with their lessons.
They ate their lunches and played outside on the frosty playground. At the end of school, they waved goodbye to their friends and went home for tea.
Most of them forgot all about the Christmas tree, but Archie just couldn't stop thinking about the bubble and who had made it.
I wonder if there'll be another one there tomorrow.
Sure enough, that evening, Mr. Potts once again worked through the night.
I'll work with all my might, even if it takes all night, and I'll get this bauble finished for our Christmas tree. He'll work with all his might, even if it takes all night, and he'll get this bauble finished for our Christmas tree.
In the morning, Archie got to school as early as he could. When he arrived, there was another bauble already hanging on the tree.
Wow, this one is even more lovely than the first.
What's the picture this time? It looks like three men on camels. They've got very long ears. What, the camels? No, the men, of course.
Ah, yes. I think this one is about the three kings. They had heard that a very important person was going to be born, so they decided to travel to welcome him and take him some presents.
Look at the way that one is scratching his head. They look as if they're completely lost to me.
We have a long journey ahead of us. Are you sure you know the way?
Do I know the way I was going to follow you?
Why won't either of you ever just stop and ask for directions?
Actually, I do know which way we should go. We should look for a star in the north.
No. Surely the star will appear in the south.
Well, I think you're both wrong. We should look for the star in the west. Our journey will take us far. We must follow a shining star. But which direction we're just not sure. We're so confused we don't know anymore. I think I know best. We'll look to the west. Our journey will take us far. We must follow a shining star. But which direction we're just not sure. We're so confused we don't know anymore. I think I know, I think I've worked it out. We must look to the south. Our journey will take us far. We must follow a shining star. But which direction we're just not sure. We're so confused we don't know anymore. I think I know, it's really clear on course. We must look to the north.
Oh, this is ridiculous. I'll ask Bernard. Bernard says we're all wrong. We should look for the star in the east.
Now you really have gone crazy. How on earth will Bernard know which direction we should go in?
Well, that's easy. He's my cat now.
He's right, look. There it is.
On the third night, Mr. Potts left work a little early to give himself a bit more time to finish the next bauble.
I'll work with all my might, even if it takes all night, and I'll get this bauble finished for our Christmas tree. He'll work with all his might, even if it takes all night, and he'll get this bauble finished for our Christmas tree.
He worked through the night, and when he finished, he was very proud of his work.
I'm sure the children will love it.
He hurried into school and hung it on the tree.
That morning, many children went straight into the hall, anxious to see what the new bauble would look like.
Wow, this is the best one yet. I wonder who is doing all of this for us.
Look, this one is of a man walking and a lady riding a donkey.
The donkey looks really tired.
Well, the lady does look quite fat.
She's not fat. That's Mary, the wife of Joseph, and Mary's expecting a baby. They're travelling to Bethlehem, where Joseph was born.
We've been travelling for so long, Josh. I'm tired and my back is hurting. Her back's hurting. We've got to get going. We must get to Bethlehem before the baby's born. Not much further and we'll be there. Just think of the warm bed and hot meal that'll be waiting for us when we arrive. I rather set for a bale of hay.
We've been walking for many hours along this road so long, underneath the stars so bright. We're plodding on all through the night, still with many miles ahead, before we find somewhere to rest our heads. We're dreaming of a nice hot meal, a bed in which to lie. Imagine how good that will feel.
I'd rather have a bale of hay.
We've been walking for many days along this road so long, underneath the stars so bright. We're plodding on all through the night, still with many miles ahead, before we find somewhere to rest our heads. We're dreaming of a nice hot meal, a bed on which to lie. Imagine how good that will feel.
I'd rather have a bale of hay.
We've been walking for many weeks along this road so long, underneath the stars so bright. We're plodding on all through the night, still with many miles ahead, before we find somewhere to rest our heads. We're dreaming of a nice hot meal, a bed on which to lie. Imagine how good that will feel.
Please give me a bale of hay.
I get tired just walking to school.
Well, it certainly was a very long journey, and when they finally did get to Bethlehem, the city was packed with lots of other travellers, all looking for somewhere to stay.
Oh, Joseph, I'm so tired. There's so many people here. I don't think we're ever going to find a place to stay. Don't worry, I'll find you somewhere to stay. Look, there's some more inns up this road. There's bound to have somewhere where we can stay. I'm sorry, I don't have any room for you to stay.
I'm sorry, I don't have any room. I wish I could help. I really do. Try going to the next one.
I'm really sorry, but we don't have anywhere for you to stay. I wish I could help, I really do. But you can see that my wife is expecting a baby. Please, you must have somewhere where we can stay. I'm afraid the only room I have left is in the stable with my animals, but that is no place for a baby to be born. Even that is better than out here on the street. We'll take it, please. Well, if you're sure, I'll show you the way.
We upon your way. You'll have to find some other place to stay.
Will you stop that knocking? There's no room at the inn. The beds are full, there's no more space, I just can't let you in.
Please stop your knocking and get upon your way. You'll have to find some other place to stay.
Will you stop that knocking? There's no room at the inn. The beds are full, there's no more space, I just can't let you in.
Please stop your knocking and get upon your way. You'll have to find some other place to stay. You'll have to find some other place to stay.
At the end of the day, the children left home wondering what the next decoration on the tree would look like.
Some of them knew the story of the Nativity already and guessed that it might be an angel or a bright star. Others thought it might be a pony or a bright yellow digger.
Mr. Potts was determined to make a start on the next bauble, despite feeling more tired than ever. He went straight home and, without even stopping for tea, set to work.
The next morning, Archie was so desperate to find out who was behind the Christmas tree decorations that he rushed to school as quickly as he could. He arrived at school just in time to see a light being turned on in the hall.
He peered in through the window, pressing his nose against the glass.
It's Mr. Potts, so he's the one who's been making all the baubles.
Then he saw just how tired Mr. Potts was looking and he felt very sorry for the caretaker. He was about to go inside to speak to him when the other children started to arrive at school and immediately noticed the new addition to the tree.
Oh look, this one has a little sheep on it. There's a shepherd too. It's a picture of look on the other side, it's a picture of a beautiful fairy.
That's not a fairy, it's an angel.
Oh yes, that makes more sense. But I don't understand what a sheep has to do with Christmas.
A sheep? Ah, yes. This one was about the shepherds. You see, just outside of Bethlehem, some shepherds were looking after their flock.
It was late, but a dazzling light had appeared in the sky, and suddenly the sky was filled with angels. The shepherd and all the sheep were amazed.
Well, this sheep doesn't look amazed. In fact, it looks like he's snoring. Fear not, for I give you news of great joy. News of great joy. What's he saying? Can't hear a thing over that snoring over there. I don't know. I can't hear anything either. You must travel to Bethlehem. In the city of David, a baby will be born. This is ridiculous. I know. The first exciting thing to happen in years, and all I can hear is lazy bones over there snoring away. You must find him, wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger. Just wake him up, for goodness sake, or we will miss everything. Try giving him a school, that should do it.
He's a really weary, deep and sleepy sheep. He's a really weary, deep and sleepy sheep. Try pulling on his tail. Give his tongue a tickle. Everyone come on, let's. He's a really weary, deep and sleepy sheep. He's a really weary, deep and sleepy sheep. Try to open his eyes. Give his tongue a tickle. Everyone come on, let's. He's a really weary, deep and sleepy sheep. He's a really weary,
anything. What's going on? What happened?
The shepherds must have been very busy. And the three kings must have been very important. So why did they travel so far just to see little baby?
Well, he was no ordinary baby. You see, that child born in a humble stable more than 2,000 years ago was called Jesus. He's God's own son and was sent to bring peace to people who live on earth.
When Archie left school that afternoon, he couldn't stop thinking about how tired Mr. Potts had looked.
It's so kind of him to make all these decorations for us, but he looks so tired. I wish there was something that we could do for him.
Archie thought and thought. He thought about the story of Christmas and the birth of baby Jesus.
He thought about the baubles and then he had a brainwave.
I know. We'll make a bauble for Mr. Potts. We'll decorate it with the baby Jesus and hang it at the top of the tree.
So when he got home, Archie rang his friends and asked for their help with his idea.
That evening, instead of watching television or playing their favourite games, the children got together and brought empty yogurt pots, cardboard packets, tin foil and lots of sticky back plastic.
They glued and folded, cut out and painted, and made the finest balls that they possibly could. When Mr. Potts got to school in the morning, he was feeling miserable. He had meant to make one last decoration for the top of the tree, but he'd been so tired that he'd fallen asleep as soon as he got home.
But when he arrived at school, the door was open and the lights were already on. He walked into the hall and was astonished to see the children already there to meet him.
He immediately noticed the bauble with Jesus on at the top of the tree and realised what the children had done. He was forced to pull out his large red handkerchief and wipe some tears from his eyes. It was a very beautiful tree indeed.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Potts! Merry